So we reported here exclusively that there would be a new filing in Diddy's case because his team is trying to get him home. So yesterday, Diddy's team submitted documents to the judge asking for Diddy to be acquitted on both of the Mann Act charges that he was convicted of, or to be given a new trial. They're saying that they're still standing on the Rule 29 that they mentioned early on in their defense, that there is not enough evidence. There's insufficient evidence to sustain the conviction of the crimes that he was convicted of. So what they're saying is that because when you are convicted of the Mann Act, you're supposed to prove that the person transported somebody across state lines for the purposes of sex. They're saying that they believe that Diddy's the only person ever convicted under this statute that didn't actually make money off the prostitution. That's the first thing. The second thing is they say Diddy did not have sex with any of the prostitutes, which we heard on the stand that all the women and the escorts themselves said that he never actually engaged in sexual activity with the escorts, and that he didn't actually arrange the travel. Now, there were on the stand, they did have conversations about, different audios that were played and, different things where Diddy was saying, hey, book this person to come here, whatever. But because he didn't actually book the travel and transportation himself, they're pointing that out. And they're saying that, the escorts or prostitutes had friendships with Jane and with Cassie. So they were flying in to enjoy their friends, and then they consented to have sex after. So he shouldn't be convicted of these things, and he should be able to get a new trial or come home. So the judge put in a letter saying that the defense has to respond to Diddy even asking to be let go prior to sentencing today.
Trouble is easy to get into and hard to get out of. Boy, that just sounds complicated.
It did.
Yeah. Basically, they just saying y'all ain't proved enough.
I don't need it.
Okay. Well, Diddy trying to come home. Diddy is trying to come home.
Yeah, there you go. That's exactly the moral of the story.
Yes. Now, in other things, Dreka and Kevin Gates, they've finally filed for divorce, which confused the heck out of me because Kevin Gates has openly been in other relationships since we've seen him with Dreka. But yesterday, rapper Kevin Gates, it was announced that his wife, or estranged wife now, Dreka, filed for divorce. Now, you guys would know that Dreka, or maybe you don't know, that she used to manage him, that they were together for some years. They were actually married for 9 years. Now, in the docs, she lists the date of separation as July 10th, and she's leaning on, the normal thing that everybody says, irreconcilable differences, as the reason that they split up. They have 2 minor children, a 12-year-old and 11-year-old, and Dreka is seeking joint legal custody and physical custody of the kids. She's also seeking spousal support, and she checked the box to terminate the court's ability to award spousal support to Kevin Gates. It's unclear at this time, per the documents, if there is a prenup whatsoever, and they were married back in October 2015.
Wow. I thought they had an open relationship. That's what I thought everybody assumed, right?
I assumed that too in the beginning, but then once you stop seeing them together, I figured that they just weren't together. Then
I really didn't. Yeah, I didn't assume that they had an open relationship because they just, I just figured that they just broke up and they just was gonna, just handle the divorce whenever they got to it. I mean, and then it's not just the marriage, like you said. She was working for him, so it was. I can imagine how hard it is, like when you're managing your husband or your wife, you know what I mean? You don't want to be in the marriage anymore, but you still have to manage that person. Yeah, he's been in relationships or whatever.
That's always difficult because you got to figure out how does the money work, right? We've seen it with Kevin and Wendy. We've seen it with Mary and her husband Kim Do, and now we see with this, because you just don't get a half. You also got to get a percentage of what you would make. So,
but you got kids and all of that.
But it was also confusing too, because when Brittany Renner, who he was just recently with, when she sat down with I forget which station. Real 92 LA. She sat down with them at the Media Room BET Awards. And I think it was Bootleg Kev, and she told him that they got married April 1st and divorced May 28th.
Brittany Renner
married
Kevin.
Yes. So
they couldn't have if she was still married, right?
There's no way.
Listen,
she not Muslim no more, is she?
No, she's not.
I say Muslim like that.
She not.
She is not.
No, she had went Muslim. Now she not.
She did.
Muslim.
She sure did. And then she got.
I saw her not dressed like that.
Yeah. And she got on basketball wives, right?
So can he do this because he's Muslim then? Because aren't they allowed to have multiple wives as long as you can sustain the lifestyles?
I don't know much about that, so I don't really have an opinion about it. But I do know that they were together. I didn't know they got married. Actually, I just thought they were together, and I knew there was a storyline for the basketball wives.
I think Lauren made that up.
No,
she saw it on social media, so she's repeating.
No,
it.
stupid. I watched the interview.
But if you legally, stupid. But if you're legally married to somebody in America, you can't marry somebody else legally. That'd
but
be
if she
illegal.
said it out of her mouth, who am I to be like? Okay,
don't they seem like
you
siblings?
Believe anything?
Okay,
That's sad, man. But you
lie
believe
all the
anything.
time.
Don't tell her nothing. Let her bless her heart.
Yo,
Okay.
they're like siblings. You said
Bless
stupid.
Yeah.
Bless her
Mom,
heart.
you call me stupid.
But we know.
I just thought maybe it was different in Islam. Like I didn't think
he was different in Islam.
That's the latest with Lauren, man.
No, I mean I get what it is, but not in this country.
Not here.
Not in this country, Lauren.
well because
You can't do that. You can't legally marry two
I
people
got homegirls.
in this country. You can marry somebody else,
Here we
but
go.
you can't
I got
legally
friends.
marry
We got
somebody else.
homegirls now.
I got homegirls that they date. Okay,
Somebody's spitting mad game on you right now. Okay, what is it?
No.
Do y'all realize when Lauren get under pressure, she lie? That's why I call her lying
I got
LoRosa.
homegirls.
I have friends.
Yes.
I have friends in Philly. A friend, and she's dating a man right now, and they've had conversations about them being together and being married. But one of the things he said to her is because he's Muslim, he wants the option to have multiple wives, and that's where I got the financial thing from. Because she said that to me.
True, but in America, you legally can't have multiple wives. Not legally.
That is the latest with
So
Lauren.
niggas just be niggering, yo. You don't get it? That's
All
it.
right,
You know
all
what I mean?
right.
Let's
get to the mix. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Hold up. Every day I wake up. Wake your ass up. The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?